A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome to my channel. In this session, I'm going to be talking about the DM and the DF's communication, where the DM appreciates what the Divine Feminine stands for and whatever she's doing. Now, some of you have gone through a major wound in this area itself, where your masculine did not understand you, and on top of that he made fun of you, or he outright he rejected your thoughts and whatever you were standing for. Okay, and he just made you feel very disgusted also, I would say. In some cases it was so bad that the feminine lost all confidence in herself, and it took her very long to get back up. So this is because since childhood, the feminine energy over here, the feminine energy was not appreciated, not understood, or not given any kind of support. So whatever the feminine was doing, maybe she was getting bullied in that, maybe she was going through some kind of constant bickering was happening around her, or if she would very excitedly go and share something, no one would listen to it. So then that would, kill that energy, the joy, because the person is looking for validation, external validation. But when you do inner work, when you work on your solar plexus, automatically you don't need people's validation. You will do what you love to do, you will be who you are, and you will stand for the right things. Because you will be like, I'm doing fine. I don't need a stamp of approval from other people. Other people don't have to always tell me, yes, you're doing fine. So then what happens is that when you are doing things naturally, organically, you create an energy around you. You are an energy, right? Any which way, but we block that energy. The energy is always there. It's not like the energy will go somewhere, but when the energy gets blocked, it will not flow freely. That's what happens in our chakra system also. We have all these blockages in our energy zone, and because of that, our energy gets stuck somewhere. Okay, so we have an energy body. As much as we have a physical body that people can see, we also have an energy body within the same framework. But the energy body is not visible. However, it has the maximum impact on our lives. When your energy gets blocked, then you are simply a machine. You are like any other device. A device which is not getting the correct charge. You are getting charge from somewhere else. You are getting charge from the media. You are getting charge from the relatives. You are getting charge from the world around you. So you become a copycat. People then become copycats. They just copy one another. They don't use their own inner wisdom, or they don't perform naturally. They will continue to live because the physical body is getting food and water and whatever is needed. The physical body is getting that. But the physical body is also a source of a lot of pain, because your dependency is on the physical body, not on the energy body. So in this session, we are going to focus on the masculine and feminine's interaction. When you become a person, so we always say it's the feminine who awakens first before the masculine, right? Now this is again not gender specific reading, guys. It can apply to people who have the feminine energy, the men who have feminine energy more, or we have both energies in equal proportion. We have the Ida and the Pingala Nadi in our body, which denote the same. Ida is the lunar connected energy, which is moon connected energy, and Pingala is the solar sun connected energy. Some of the things that the DFs do, or any twin flame does, like it could be DM also, the mission work they do, or the responsibilities they have, the natural organic responsibility. Many of them are not working with some NGOs or government aids. They are not making money out of these things, not even publicity, nothing. Like usually most people do that, right? So when they are doing these type of things, which no one else has asked them to do, they are just doing it because of their inner guidance, because of how universe, is shaping their reality on a daily basis. So they have left their family, some of them have left all the joys of the world. So many things, the planet is offering a lot of things, good lifestyle, this and that. They have left everything only because they are more focused on the mission work, or for some people, they are more focused on the inner work. Now, how do you know that inner work is actually benefiting anyone? If your life does not change, if your situation does not change, if your confidence level does not increase, if you're still doing the same things that you were doing 3 years back, 4 years back, and you have created a comfort zone around you. There are two types of comfort zone. One comfort zone is created when a person is lifestyle oriented. Okay, when they get into a hermit mode initially, when the masculines and the feminines, they get into the hermit mode, they do it because they want to create a more peaceful zone in their life. Okay, because they are sick and tired of the people, they are sick and tired of the world, and at that moment in time they are looking for support from others, they are looking for validation, support, acceptance, acknowledgement, all of that. So that's the reason why they say that, to hell with it, I don't want it, I will live my life the way I want to live it from now onwards. Okay, at the same time, now they start growing in the mission. First, you will have a personal mission. Okay, most of the times you fail in the personal mission. Your life will only change, anybody's life only changes when they create a bigger mission which is bigger than themselves. It's not about their personal identity anymore, it's about other things. Then when you create an ecosystem, when you create a zone around you, that time you are doing it for the benefit of your mission. Anybody who's involved in the mission, it could be women, it could be men, it could be old people, children, animals, birds, it could be anyone. I know people who are working for the birds. Now you must be thinking, what are they doing for the birds? There is a man, he creates nest for the sparrows because he realized that the sparrows are getting extinct on the planet around him because of the radiation or whatever it was. So he started building small nest, and he first spent many days in creating the right type of nest. It was not easy for him to create a nest, and then he started distributing these nests to different people who are obviously more open towards it, and he started putting up those nests. First he tried it in his own house, and when he saw that a sparrow actually started living in his nest, he was shocked. So he created something which is magical actually. It's a magical manifestation. And then now, you can check out his work on the internet also. He's helping people, or he's telling people that guys and girls, please let the sparrows live. Let's just create something better for the sparrows. Let's make nest for them. Let's invite them. Maybe they need our invitations. Now, a normal person would think, what the hell is he doing? What is he stupid person doing, creating nest for sparrows? Is that even a job? But he is dedicating his whole life to it. That's his mission on planet Earth. And he's putting his own money. He's not even caring about money or business or this and that. He's thinking about the mission, and automatically he is generating resources and funds for it, because now when you are a mission oriented person, you are connected with the higher self. You are connected with source. Source is the giver of your energy. Source gives you energy. Source takes care of you. Source is the one doing everything for you. That is the point one needs to understand when you are in a mission. When you create a comfort zone, you don't want to create disturbances for those who you serve. And also, the cause. The cause should not get disturbed. Cause should not get hampered. Because some or the other challenge will always come. And your idea is always to integrate more and more with source, because source is actually the doer of everything. You are just the medium, you are just the device. So as a device, you need to be ready, you need to be charged. If your phone is not charged, what the hell will you do with the phone? You cannot make any phone calls or send any messages, it's dead. So you need to plug it in. That's how you also are. Without the charge, you cannot work. You are useless without the charge. That's why you need to do source integration. So now I am seeing this feminine is doing all of this inner work, mission, source integration, these are not easy things. For these things, you need to break away from the conformity. Because the society, the world that you live in, it is based on the principles of conformity. And while you're within that conformity, while you're into that, you need to find a way to be free. And the freedom cannot be found from the outside reality. The freedom has to be found within yourself only. Okay? So, when you appreciate yourself, you acknowledge what you do, you are no longer scared of the other people, and you're very clear about your mission. That this is my mission and I am doing it, and you're proudly saying it. The problem also appears, 50% of the problem is also there, because for some time, the twin flames, the ascensioners, the DMs and the DFs, they are little bit embarrassed, and they are shy about what they do. They don't say it confidently, openly that yes, I do this. I love to do this and I'm proud of it. I am happy that I'm doing it, and I'm happy that God has chosen me to do this. I'm very, very grateful to God that God chose me to do something which naturally comes from me. If you love flowers, you love the water. There are some people, they are working constantly on cleaning the water. They have created equipments to clean the ocean. They are doing something, to recycle plastic. We may not know all this. We may not be aware about it, but there are people in different parts of the planet who are doing these things. You know what is the power? What is the energy? The energy is love. Because first, everybody, they start from falling in love with someone. Everyone who is doing a mission work today, everyone always started when they fell in love with someone very deeply, who they think, I'm talking about the twin flame community. They thought that this is my twin flame, the twin flame ran away, whatever. And then finally they realized why the twin flame ran away from you. It is, you are trying to find out the reason of your pain, the epicenter of your pain. The running away is not something which, which cannot be figured out why this is happening. When you find out this person is running away because I am also running away from myself. I am embarrassed to talk about my mission. I am shy to talk about my mission. I am not bold enough. I'm scared. If I go and fight out also with 10 people, I'm still embarrassed. Like, oh shit, why did I fight? Why did I do this? Now I'll have a bad name. Now I'll get bad publicity or this or that. They are not like that. Once you 100% accept yourself, your DM or whosoever it is, they will also 100% accept you. They may not be able to give you support. It's alright. You don't need their support. But they will acknowledge it. And they will not become a block on your path. They will go away from the path. In fact, they'll pray to God for you that, whatever you do, you get victory in that. If you have heard the story of Meera Bai was married to Rana Ji. She got married to him and he was a Rajput prince, and obviously she became a queen and princess, and earlier also she belonged to a family like that. But her father had died at a very young age, and there is a long story, Meera Bai story. Please study about it, you'll get to know. But I'm going to talk about the main point right now. So the whole life, Meera Bai and her husband have a conflict of interest, because he is always jealous of the fact that she is always talking about Krishna. Krishna is my husband. Krishna is my life. For Krishna, she's crazy, From morning to evening, she's only talking about Krishna. She's singing bhajan of Krishna. She's going to the temple. She doesn't care about me or what I like or what I don't like. Being a Rajput prince, he is a non-vegetarian. And when she enters the house, she's already a spiritualist. She's already an ascensioner. The whole childhood she spent in that. The whole youth she spent in that. She never retaliated. When she was getting married, she did not say, oh, why am I getting married? Even there is a situation in that also. She had a cousin sister who killed herself. And then eventually Meera had to marry. So that in that time and era, women were literally considered to be like a gift. Sometimes they would give away their women as a gift. Like, here, I have a beautiful daughter. To the enemy, let's, get your son and my daughter married, and that way we will become friends and we don't need to do a war, and we will comply to you, and the father will be like, okay, we'll do it under you. So he was basically a hardcore Rajput, who are into fights. His name was Bhojraj Singh Sisodia of Mewar. He was the husband, and he was from the Sisodia clan of Rajputs. So they used to follow this principle, and it's in the story that they used to do the goat sacrifice ceremony for their goddess. A lot of people used to do that. Nowadays it's still less, but there are also still some temples who do it. People are trying to stop it. There are people, again, there are people who are working on this mission of stopping these type of sacrifice. We may not know it, but some people are dedicating their whole lives to it. So we just do on our mission. We work on our things. Okay. So when she entered the house, the first thing she had to do was cook the meat of that sacrifice, coming from that sacrifice. It's considered to be prasad, considered to be some kind of a blessing, blessed food. And she said, no, I will not do it. I am a vegetarian and I will not cook meat. So day one, as soon as she entered, she retaliated. She went against it, against the rule. And she did it like a boss. She never cooked meat in that house after getting married also. That's how Meera was, a rebellious person. She was a rebel. So whole life, you can now imagine, if the day one is like that, even when they met for the first time, they met outside a temple only. And he told her that this is my area. Why are you entering in my area? If it was someone else, I would have chopped off the heads of these people. And she said, why you are saying this? Temple is not anybody's property. Anyone can go to the temple. I have been coming to this temple for so long. So what if I came here to the temple? And he was very surprised with her tone and, her attitude and her confidence level with the way she spoke to him. They obviously did not know that later on they will be the ones to get married. So after marriage, both of them had many differences, difference of opinion constantly. They both go into separation. He sort of punishes her. He tells her that, you don't love me. You can go and live with your Krishna only. And she's happy in the separation. She never faces any problem. In between, yes, she was very sad and upset because she felt that she's not progressing in the journey. So that's the time she found a guru, and the guru gave her the Ram Naam, the chant, and he told her that if you practice this regularly, then automatically one fine day you will feel very, very relaxed and confident, and nothing will come in your way. You will not be scared of anything. She started doing that, and that also brought a lot of, defamation, because everyone started saying that, the guru is from a lower caste. She would go to the temple and she would meet the street people. She was a very humble person, a very humble lady. Anyone, if she would see people are chanting for Krishna, she would go and join them. So people would come and complain. Her sister-in-law would go to the brother, to Meera's husband, and say, your wife is bringing shame to our family. Being a queen, she is dancing on the streets with poor people. What is wrong with your wife? So he was always constantly getting affected with it. And one fine day, Meera also got sick of it. She got tired of, working out this type of a relationship where constantly, and she did not want to leave the husband. Back in those days, divorce and all that never used to happen. Once you get married to someone, it means for the whole life you're supposed to manage with that person somehow. So she preferred to manage because her mission was something else. Her mission was constantly stay connected with source. That was her mission. And back in those days, this was a mission. It was a difficult mission. Today, you want to be a spiritual person. Today, you want to leave everything and do only source integration. You may not get so many questions. But back then, women were not given that much freedom also. Women's only job was to serve her husband, to serve other people in the family. Even if she is a queen. Okay. So Meera brought a change in that area. So she did uplift the women of her time. She did act as a rebel. She did not listen to anyone. And towards the end, when Meera, she grew a lot. She reached the illumination stage. She used to radiantly glow, and her husband had given up on her. He stopped saying anything to her. He had even gone to her, said sorry to her, apologized, then brought her back, told her that, please come back to my palace, please forgive me, I made a lot of mistake. Even those things happened. So all the things that people talk about in the twin flame journey, getting an apology, getting reunited, all of that. But Meera's union was not happening with the husband in flesh and bone. Meera's union was happening with the source, and that happened. And once that happened, she didn't give a rat's ass to anybody. And finally, he went ahead and he appreciated her. At a certain time, just before she was given the poison, yes, she was even given a death sentence, death by poison, from her own family members. The elder brother of her own husband, he gave her this because she was against the many norms that they had created. She was against the guru's teaching, whosoever was the guru at that time. She refused to accept his teachings. And she said to him in front of the whole public that I don't accept you because my God, my Krishna, does not teach me to kill animals. Why would God want a goat sacrifice if God only created the goat? Why would he want that? That's not my God. So at the end, her rebellion with the guru, with the kings, with everyone became too big for them to handle. So they gave her a cup of poison. And guess what happened? She drank one whole cup of poison in front of the whole public. The poison turned into nectar. The poison did not have any effect on Meera. That was her power. And after that, she just walked away from the marriage, from the husband. She kept walking. People followed her. She kept walking. And she went into the small temple of Krishna where she used to pray. And she entered the temple. She never came back again. Nobody even saw her body after that. Obviously, she went into a higher dimension from there. Her work on planet Earth was done. People could not even find her body. Just imagine that type of power she had. And her husband, when towards the end, when they have a final talk with each other, husband is full of fear. Husband is scared for her. And he says, apologize. Ask for forgiveness. Everything will be okay. Meera, we both also had our problems. And she was shining like a bright star. He could not even open her eyes. He was like, you're shining so much. I cannot even look at you. This bright light is blinding me right now. What are you, Meera? I cannot understand you. Meera, say sorry, Meera. Accept what they are saying. And she smiles at him and she says, hey, come on, chill. Just relax. Don't think so much about me. I am 100% sure when she just vanished, just disappeared in front of thousands of people, I am sure it changed the husband forever. Because till then he was a scared man. Earlier he was scared because she doesn't love me so much. She doesn't love me. She loves only Krishna, which is not true. She would tell him, you are my husband. You are my husband too. I married you. You are my Ranaji. And he is my everything. He's source. Don't be jealous. I also used to be jealous like you. There was a time I used to be jealous of Radha because I used to think that Krishna used to love Radha and Radha was so lucky to be born in that time when they were together and this and that. But no, not anymore. I have realized my mistake. So you also don't be jealous, my husband. Don't worry. But he was not like that. He was deeply programmed. But yes, he did accept her and he did respect her. At a certain point, he started respecting her. He started thinking that her love is different type of. She's a different woman. I married such a strong woman, such a different woman. During the time, look at the plight of the woman. Her sister had to commit suicide. She had to kill herself because she did not agree with the marriage that was happening. That's the time she belonged to. So Meera has done a lot for the upliftment of women. Just by dancing on the streets with poor people, she did a lot for upliftment of women. She used to just sing in temples. And the king Akbar at that point in time, he also went to pay visit to her. Which was again seen as a negative thing that, oh, look at this woman. She is meeting the other kings. Akbar is coming and bowing down in front of her. Akbar is, folding his hands in front of her. Akbar is our enemy. These Muslim rulers are our enemy, because that time Rajputs and the Islamic invaders or the rulers had a big issue going on. They were fighting with each other. So I'm sharing this story with you about Meera, but the actual channeling is that the DF gets acknowledgement and appreciations from the DM, who really likes what she does, who really appreciates, who acknowledges, and maybe understands also. Maybe he's actually genuinely appreciating her and not appreciating her because he likes her or loves her. But she is the one who created this inner acknowledgement and inner appreciation, which results in an outer appreciation. If an appreciation is the last thing you want, I'll be honest with you. Once you're in a mission, you don't care about anybody's appreciation. But as a person who's channeling and giving out this information to you, I'm just saying that this happens. This is very much possible. Okay? And this is happening somewhere with someone, with more people. So you just do your thing and forget about it. And one fine day, the DM is going to appreciate you in person or over the phone, or he'll just write a message. For your personal situation, you can write to me at thesunamoon@gmail.com. Once you check out the description box and you're 100% sure that yes, I want to book a personal session or a therapy. Kindly do not share your twin flame journey in advance with me, because I've already told you, because of obvious reasons. We want to use our intuition. We want to use our inner connection to find out what's actually happening. If we get too much overload of information, then we may not be able to perform that well. And keep doing your great inner work. Keep focusing on yourself and releasing all the blocks. You can release karmic blocks. You can do chakra connection, chakra alignment, and you can also work on paternal and maternal narcissistic block, which is the biggest block according to me. Sometimes it even becomes a block in chakra alignment. Some people who have done chakra therapy with me, they enjoy the therapy. After therapy, they enjoy for a good period of time, because of course so many old blocks and traumas are gone. But then after 1 year or 1.5, 2 years, then they start facing problems again, because they did not work on the paternal and maternal block, which is such a big block. Okay, so one love and peace out, and see you in another one.